First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Under 10. No.
Well, now they'll try the end around. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, ready? Mark 56. Night, sweetheart. Jim.
He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Check.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
You remember me? Let's go, baby. 15, 6. Come on. Me and you all day. I'm coming after you. Go. Mike, 56, right there. 56. Go.
Operating from the gun. Franks. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Red. 56 feet out wide. 55 line. I got it. Kill. Let's go. Kill.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Check right. Watch it, 5. That's right, baby. Ready, go.
Looking to throw on second down. Franks. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 34-yard line.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside.
Tight end is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
Down. 10 Tucson. Mops 56. Go out. Come on, D. Watch safety creep. Watch safety alpha. Safety creeping.
Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
On second down, it's Jones. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Read. Shot 31, shot 31. Kill. Ready.
They run it with Ballage. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. It's a quarterback sneak, and this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward, and indeed he did not. They stopped. And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag.
Let's go. First and goal. Come on.
The head coach relied on his eagle eye in the sky to make the right call and was told to challenge it, and it looks like it's paid off.
And from a coach's standpoint, when you throw that flag, it's probably a pretty tense moment. Here it pays off.
Yeah, you have that little bit of indecision. You throw it where you feel like you're right, then you think, uh-oh, did I get it right? In this case, they can celebrate.
And goal at the Steelers' 8-yard line.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Let's go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Stewart on 1st and 10. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw is Stewart. Going to throw again. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 40.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
To throw on 2nd down. Stewart gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He finds his tight end Gentry, and he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 19.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Push him back. Push him back.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive here with an end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
On the set. 56. Check 56. Hey, watch the slant. Bang, 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 bang. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Ready.
Running right, Jones.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
56, Mike, 56. Crunch time, defense. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. All day, baby, all day, all day, all day. 56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. What we got, what we got, what we got?
To throw on third down. Franks. All going deep here for Taylor. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back. They will spot it at the 24-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle.
Second and 10 at the 20.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Rush in. Rush in. Zoom, zoom. Watch the edge.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang at Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On third down, Stewart. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here comes Grant on the return. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. This is Jones. Oh, he's got some breathing room. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
56 mark. 56 is up.
On first down, Franks. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
56. Check 56. Here we go, D. All day defense. All day. All day. Yep.
From From the gun, Franks. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
You gonna see me and your nightmare. Shoot. 56 to Mike. 56 is the line. You can't, man. He's not gonna get me. Check the backer. Go. Get back.
Back to throw. Franks. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
56. Check 56. Stop your whining. Mike's 56. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Ready.
Throwing on third and long. Franks. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's fourth down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
You go tight. You got tight.
Balaj. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, worthy adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball. Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Looking to throw on second down. Franks. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Dolphins.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1 at the Steelers' 23-yard line.
66. Fully high.
To throw on second down. Franks. And Stills has got it. Touchdown, Miami. Kenny Stills, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 17-14.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here's Stewart looking to throw on second down. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Brings up third and 2.
Here we go. Here we go. Henry, check 55 to Mike. You ain't going nowhere.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
A gain of 3 yards.
It's a first down following a gain of 3.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Here's McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, second down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Now Stewart From the gun, he'll throw. It's caught here by Adams. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Stewart now, operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And Boswell's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this 4th quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great 4th quarter.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense. Right 56.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
Let's go.
Receiver complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 41-yard line.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run here with Balaj. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Right there.
Looking to throw. Franks. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 14. Trying to get it that time to Stills. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Stewart to throw on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
He's moving, boys, he's moving. Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53, Mike 53.
To throw is Stewart. To throw on third down. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Gets it to Smith-Schuster on the jet sweep. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Shift. Watch the shift. Yeah, Jay.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the screen. Slam. 36. Look, when the rep, let's go right here. Let's go.
This is McCaffrey. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held.
That's it. Big hit.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Check your hot read.
McCaffrey following the penalty.
It's outfield.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Stewart. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, as far as plays go, there's nothing to write home about on that one because that one gets some negative yardage. But if you do want to find a positive, he found a way to get out of bounds and stop the clock.
They'll look to throw. He finds Taylor, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Franks. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation.
Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the 4th quarter. How about that comeback?
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponent.